Okay, rounding out the special menu, we've got Mark In, Mark Out, Toggle Selection, Undo Redo History, and Rebuild Peak Data. Let's dive in. Okay, going further down the special menu, we come to Mark In and Mark Out. Basically, these are commands, and again, I usually don't use the menu here. I usually use the key command equivalents, which is the I and the O key. But basically, if I want to, let's zoom in here a little bit. If I want to pick a location, let's say just this section from here to here kind of thing. What I can do is I can click my cursor at the beginning of the location. I can go up here and I can mark the endpoint, come over here with my cursor, move it there, come up here, mark the out point, and it creates a selection basically. You know, for certain applications, you may want to do that. You know, I like again, I have a tendency of hitting the I key and then coming over here and hitting the O key. And when I do selections that way, a majority of my time, I'm actually putting the cursor and I'm actually clicking down with my mouse and clicking and dragging to make my selections. So, but it's just another way of being able to do that. Set in points and set out points. And, you know, it can be very useful. Now, toggle selection allows me to make a selection and then come up and toggle it off, toggle it on. So it's, you know, I mean, if you're not sure about a selection, you're especially if you're zoomed way in and you're visually looking at something and you're going, did I catch all of that or did I not catch all of that? Yeah, I guess I did. So you can toggle it on and off, and it's you know, it can be useful, but again, most of the time I don't use that command all that often. Next up is the undo redo history. Now, if I go over here to view the undo redo history, right now I don't have anything there. Let's go ahead and do something that's undoable. Let's just I don't know. Let's just invert flip that, let's just say, for sake of conversation. So I go up here and go to the undo redo history. Now I've got stuff here. Under the special menu, if I want to, I can clear everything out of there. This will clear the undo history for the active sound file. This means I won't be able to undo anything. Yes. Why would you do that? You know, honestly, the history does take up some space. If you're, you know, that critical on space, then, you know, frankly, go out and spend a couple bucks and buy a bigger hard drive. But I mean, you know, primarily it's only if things are really complicated and cluttered and you keep undoing things and you can't find what you undid, and you may want to just, you know, say, screw it, you know, I'm going to get rid of all of this stuff and start all over again from scratch. Then it can be useful for doing that. Lastly is rebuild peak data. If you've been messing with the waveform, if you've been doing stuff to it and manipulating it, then sometimes you want to rebuild the peak data.